Let's take a look at this social engineering technique performance-based question. So let's go through this scenario. You are a new security support specialist for a large shipping and logistics organization. In your role, you provide support to your organization's internal users via a help desk ticketing system. Currently, you are reviewing, assessing, and diagnosing recent support tickets in your support system's ticket queue. Each ticket provides a description of the issue and, in some cases, additional notes from other technicians. It is important to note that many end users do not have technical skills. So this points us to security awareness or user training. Therefore, some descriptions may require close review to fully interpret and understand what the user's issues. So three tickets currently require our attention. So we can start with this ticket, the last ticket. So this is the message. I received a call from one of our vice presidents. Well, he said he was a vice president. He was a little angry for faxes not working. I am new here and thought it was best to help him. He sent me a file and he needed faxed. He sent me a file he needed faxed as soon as possible. I opened it and there was no document. It is weird, but every hour my applications close and my computer reboots. I keep losing work. So we can see a note from the Taiwan support, which they found a script running in the scheduled tasks. A script running in the scheduled tasks to force a computer restart. Okay, so this is our scenario. Let's try to look at the diagnosis, the adversary tactic, and the mitigation. So if it is a call, so this one just points us to vishing. Then the tactic, of course, if the vice president was being impersonated, this principle of social engineering is authority. So people tend to respect authority. And then the mitigation. So it seems this person was not aware of or was not familiar with the contact of this vice president. So if you look at this, we have avoid clicking links. There was no email received. So record calls that would not work. Use code words. So if we had a call ID, probably this person would have at least had an identity of the caller. Let's look at the second scenario. I received an email from IT to install the remote app to fix my PC. I had to ship out a few boxes, so I let the support person work as he was in a rush. So the keyword here is in a rush. When I came back, my computer was on a pornography site, and it keeps doing pop-ups. What were you fixing, anyways? So a note from the Taiwan support is that they found the DNS host file to be misconfigured with some malicious entries. So I received an email that is possibly phishing. And then adversary tactic. So in this particular case, we can say that the support person, the one who was in charge of installing the remote app, was in a rush. So rush, this points us to urgency. the principle of social engineering. And then we have the mitigation. So if it was an email, and possibly this was an attacker because they altered the DNS file, the DNS host file. So a possible mitigation for this would be email filtering, email filtering, email filtering, so that if it is a work email, they will only receive emails from the authorized domains. Let's take a look at scenario one. I received an email. I received an email from what appeared to be one of our business partners. They were extremely friendly, referred to a recent dinner they had with our CEO, Mr. Daniels, and mentioned there was a pending invoice on their end from us. They indicated that given our close relationship and the importance of the upcoming project, the CEO suggested they can reach out to me directly to sort this out. An hour later, I received an email with a purchase order document attached. I clicked and it opened. It was a document that asked to verify banking information, which I provided. Help. So, additional information from the Taiwan support is this email. So, the send of the email or the origin of the email was Jim at this particular domain. So, if you look at this domain for a moment, we can see that it looks like a doppelganger domain or a cousin domain. So you have O replaced with a zero. As we can see, some O's replaced with a zero. So this is probably social engineering, of course. So the use of those doppelganger domains. So what is the real issue here? So it seems this person, Jalen Morgan, who received this email, um, it appears to be someone working in that organization. So it appears that this particular individual was just targeted directly. Directly. So if I look at this particular scenario, we can see information about a pending invoice, and I believe this is a person who's in charge of finances. So either uh, chief finance officer or a finance executive. Okay. So we can read from this scenario that they indicated that given our close relationship and the importance of the upcoming project, the CEO suggested they reach out to me directly to sort this out. So if there was a pending invoice and then the CEO has alleged, uh-huh, has alleged, suggested that that specific firm, who's probably maybe a vendor, to reach out directly to the person in charge of finances. So yes, it was an email, but this appears to be a targeted attack. So let's look at the kind of options which we have. So we have misinformation, we have phishing, we have smishing, vishing, and whaling. So since I believe this individual is in charge of the finances, okay, so it is alleged from this particular attacker that they have a pending invoice. And this is the only target, that is either the finance executive or the finance officer. So this appears to be a whaling attack. This appears to be a whaling attack. And then we have, from our scenario, we have that the CEO suggested they reach out to that individual directly. to sort that one out. And then later on, a purchase order document was attached. So this tells us that this particular individual uh, has a high rank in that particular company. So probably dealing with invoices, I suspect this individual is the chief financial officer. So my diagnosis here would be whaling, the adversary tactic. So this adversary, what tactics did this adversary use? So you can see from the information that they were extremely friendly. Friendly. So that is familiarity. They were extremely friendly. So that specific attacker who was pretending to be a vendor used the principle of familiarity, trying to establish a relationship with their target. And then finally, if it was dwelling and the adversary used the principle of familiarity. And we can see that the attacker used a doppelganger domain or a lookalike domain. So this would mean that we need to have user training so that the user who was our target now, who was the target, can identify the sender of those emails before they perform any action. So here we will need to perform user training. And yes, I will get all this correctly. So this is the performance-based question on social engineering. So see you on the next one. Kindly subscribe, hit the bell button for you to get more content like this.